Runescape is a game with many methods of emptying your wallet, and everyone watching this video will be familiar with treasure hunter keys or rune coins. But how many of you remember Jcoins? It's time for a history lesson, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's unlikely many of you will remember what Jcoins are, as they were a very specific, somewhat hidden microtransaction discontinued in 2017. The reason behind this statement is simply because most players, including you veterans, will never come into contact with Jcoin. Jcoins are a virtual currency created to quantify a Runescape player's negative balance, or in other words, the amount of debt owned to Jagex. Nearly all accounts will have had a Jcoin balance of 0. However, accounts which opened a dispute related to the payment or straight up force refunded money spent on membership or later down the line other microtransactions would be faced with, you guessed it, a negative Jcoin balance. The amount of negative Jcoins a player would have would be based on monetary value refunded and, in case of membership time used before the refund was processed. Now, I wasn't able to figure out the exact formula Jagex used at the time, but this archived snapshot of the Runescape website does provide some examples. If you refunded 1 month of membership, you would end up with a negative Jcoin balance of 180. If you would have refunded 2 months of remaining membership, it would be minus 320. Now, there are many examples of forums where players are complaining about a negative Jcoin balance, all of which were very different amounts. Take, for example, this person on Reddit in 2014 who had a negative Jcoin balance of minus 362. Now, that might seem like a lot, but I found videos and posts of players with negative Jcoin balances in the 4 and in some cases even 5 digits. Charging back money, whether on purpose or by accident, would be a grave mistake, as your account would be frozen and inaccessible permanently. There were only 2 ways of recovering your account if it had a negative Jcoin balance. The most obvious, of course, being reverting the payment and sending that money back to Jagex. Alternatively, you could buy Jcoins to top up your balance to a number equal to or higher than 0. Every time you'd attempt to log in, Jagex would redirect you towards the Jcoin billing page, with the message, your attempt to log in into your account was unsuccessful. Don't worry, it's easy to sort this out quickly. Alternatively, a different message in a different time period was, your account has a negative membership credit, please log into the billing system and add credits to your account. Now, I wasn't able to pinpoint the Jcoin's exact release date, but thanks to a website called the Wayback Machine, the earliest mention I could find was the 7th of January 2012. Depending on how you define microtransactions, you could call Jcoins the first microtransactions ever to be added to Runescape, followed of course by the Sqeaul of Fortune on the 28th of February 2012. So, how much do these coins cost? Well, the cost of a Jcoin across different payment types is roughly 10 cents per coin. This means that if we take Jagex negative balance examples, for force refunding a month of membership, you'd have a negative balance of 180, meaning it would cost you $18 to unfreeze your account, more than double the cost of membership at the time. What's even worse is that you could not buy a custom amount of Jcoins to perfectly pay off your debts, so to speak. Instead, you would have to buy a larger amount, so 200 coins to pay off your 180 negative balance, or in case of the 320 example, for 2 months of membership being refunded, you would have to get 2 times the 200 coins package. If this technique sounds familiar to you, it's because it is, as it's something that the gaming industry uses all the time for virtual currency. It's called forced bundling. It's a pricing strategy where customers are required to buy a bundle or package of items or virtual currency, even if they only need a specific amount of that bundle. This way, you have more, and the leftover currency is essentially an incentive for users to make additional purchases in the future within the same platform. Jagex was really tough against players forcing refunds, but then again, these people could be scamming Jagex out of money for services they've already used. Funnily enough, I can speak from personal experience here as well. When I returned to the game, somewhere like 2013, I bought membership, I think it was a month, and I was like, after a day, like, hold on, I might not even have time to play, so I refunded it. Guess what? My account got frozen, and yeah, I had to buy Jcoins as well. I wasn't able to refund the payment. I don't remember exactly why and how many it was, but I had to spend more than that month of membership to get my account back, which was awful. And for being 13 at the time, I had no clue that this was a thing. I was just surprised. Let's be honest, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know Jcoins existed, and that's partially the reason I'm making this video, is because I remembered, hey, I've actually had to buy Jcoins to unfreeze my account in the past as well. Now, I mentioned Jcoins being a form of microtransactions added into the game before the Sqeaul of Fortune. And the reason I say this is because Jcoins had more than one use than just unfreezing your account. Some old articles, including one from Forbes.com, claim that Jcoins could be used to buy Sqeaul of Fortune spins, although I couldn't find any evidence to support these claims in old videos or news posts. I would assume that these are typos, and the articles, including the one from Forbes, is talking about Runecoins instead. The other use of Jcoins might surprise you, as you were able to use your Jcoins, not exactly sure how that would carry over with emails and stuff, to buy another Jagex game currency called War of Legends Cash. Now, War of Legends is a game I assume many of you have never heard about. I personally didn't even know this game existed until I started doing some research for this video. War of Legends was a city builder strategy game for your browser released in 2010, and this game was loaded with microtransactions. In fact, you could even buy items costing 2,000 Jcoins. And guess what? These Jcoins would cost the exact same amount of money as you would need to spend to unfreeze your account. Now, I'm not entirely sure how the carrying over worked or if that was even a thing, but Jcoins could also be used to buy that War of Legends cash, the currency used to get those items in that Chinese city builder game. It's worth noting that the game occasionally had deals where you could get double the amount of Jcoins for the price of, a normal amount. So like buy 100, get 200 kind of deal. War of Legends shut down in 2015, with many sources stating that it simply wasn't able to attract many new players since its initial launch in 2010. In short, it flopped. Jcoins remained part of the Runescape billing system until the currency was retired with the introduction of a new payment system in August of 2017. In modern day, refunds are looked at on a case-by-case basis, so I can't really tell you how they work. Your account can, however, still be frozen for having an unpaid balance due to a chargeback or something similar. This new system is obviously better than the old predatory Jcoin system. In case of fraud, for example, someone hacking your account, buying a bunch of bonds, then charging back his or her card, well, then you might be able to get back your account if you can prove your innocence. But with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you found it as interesting as I did, and please do let me know if you're familiar with the Jcoin currency, and if not, what you think about it now that you do know about it. If you're new here, be sure to drop a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.